Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a recording studio that, well, it doesn't have guitars or drum kits. Instead, it's got a terminal window and a whole lot of code. We're going to follow the journey all the way from a raw artistic idea to the exact commands that bring a modern song to life. Okay, so let's start right here with the feeling of our world today. This one line just perfectly captures that raw emotion, that digital chaos that's inspiring so many artists right now. This is the spark, the starting point for a whole new kind of sound. And that sound, it isn't just about music, it's really a commentary on our digital lives. It's this amazing fusion of something deeply human with something coldly technological. It's all about trying to find a clear signal in all of this overwhelming noise.
And we see these themes woven into the very fabric of new music. You can hear it in the trip-hop vibe of a track like The Mountain, with its lyrics about a digital locker and climbing up the static, or in the cyber R&B of Sex on the Beat, which literally talks about binary love and skin feeling like chrome. It's everywhere.
So, the big question is, how does an artist take these really complex feelings and actually turn them into sound? Well, it all starts with building a powerful, totally customized digital studio. But you gotta forget about soundproof rooms and giant mixing boards.
For today's producer, the real foundational space, the workshop, is the command line, a powerful shell environment. This is where all the tools for sonic creation are going to be installed, and this is where they're going to be used.
And the key to making this all happen on a totally standard computer is this incredible architecture called the Windows Subsystem for Linux, or just WSL2. It essentially runs a full, genuine Linux kernel right inside of Windows. It's the ultimate best of both worlds environment for any kind of professional creative work.
Now, this slide lays out a really crucial choice. You see, something lighter like Git Bash is fine for simple stuff. But for the raw power and the 100% compatibility you need for complex audio work, full virtualization with WSL2 is the hands-down winner. That's the foundation we're building our entire digital studio on.
Okay, our studio is built. Now it's time to stock it with tools. And when it comes to manipulating sound with this level of precision and creativity, the language of choice is almost always Python. Its ecosystem of audio libraries is just incredibly powerful, mostly because Python itself is so easy to read and has a massive community building these amazing creative packages.
You can really break down the Python Audio Toolkit into 4 main jobs. You've got your libraries for just basic playback. Then your tools for complex manipulation, like, cutting and pasting sound. Then you have packages for deep analysis. And finally, modules that let you apply professional-grade effects.
First up are the tools for direct manipulation, and a library like PyDub is the perfect example. Honestly, just think of it as your digital scissors and glue. It lets an artist slice up audio files, stick them together, create beautiful fades, or convert formats, all with just a few simple lines of code.
Then you have the analytical tools, and this is where things get really interesting. Librosa is the industry standard for a reason. It doesn't just play sound, it understands it. It lets an artist look at the very DNA of an audio file. They can find its tempo, identify every single drum hit, or even separate a singer's voice from the instruments behind them.
And finally, we have the tools for polish. Spotify's pedalboard library is frankly incredible. It allows an artist to use professional VST plugins, the exact same digital effects used in major recording studios, and apply things like reverb, compression, or distortion all directly through code. This just opens up a massive world of automation and creativity.
So, we've got these artistic themes over here, and we've got these super powerful coding tools over here. How do you bridge that gap? How does a feeling become a function call?
Well, bridging that gap is where craft and education really come into play. Mastering these tools is absolutely key to turning a creative vision into a finished track. It's exactly why institutions like Berklee Online now offer entire degree programs in music production, songwriting, and electronic music. And get this is a surprising fact. This world-class level of education has become so much more attainable. The online tuition for these programs is about 64% less than the on-campus version. That's democratizing access to the skills you need to be a modern creator. It's a game changer. All right, so let's trace one single idea from start to finish. We're looking at a production note from the song The Mountain. And the artistic goal is simple, but it's also pretty abstract. The chorus needs to feel infinite.
And this is where it all comes together. That artistic direction gets translated directly into a technical command. Using that pedalboard library, the producer can load up a reverb plugin and set it to be 100% wet, which means you only hear the effect. And that creates this massive, shimmering, infinite soundscape. The idea literally becomes code.
Let's do one more example from the same song, but this time, let's focus on the rhythm. The production note says to use unconventional, real-world sounds for the percussion. We're talking things like the sound of gravel crunching and metal hitting metal.
A tool like PyDub is absolutely perfect for this job. The artist can record these found sounds, then use PyDub to precisely slice them up and arrange them into a totally unique trip-hop beat. All of a sudden, any sound in the world can become part of your drum kit.
So, what you should really take away from all this is the complete journey of a modern digital track. It's a deep fusion of art and engineering, and it's a workflow that is quickly becoming the new standard for how music gets made.
And the path is actually really clear and repeatable. It starts with inspiration from the world around us. Then you build a foundation, a powerful command line studio. From there, creation begins, using that whole arsenal of Python tools. And finally, realization, where those abstract artistic goals are translated into executable code.
You know, this whole ecosystem of art and code has made creating innovative music more accessible than ever before in history. The tools are here, the inspiration is all around us, which really just leaves one final question for you. What sound will you create?